Hi, welcome back to the Realtor Diaries. I am Kim Jacobi with Century 21 and the Jacobi team, and with me, as always, Elijah McGowan, also with Jacobi team Century 21.
Heck yeah. If you have a story that you'd like us to share, you can send it to us or contact us at the Realtor Diaries podcast at gmail.com. That's the Realtor Diaries podcast at gmail.com. Don't forget to like and subscribe.
In this episode, I love the name of this episode. Elijah came up with it. It's called Lots and Spots because we're talking about vacant land, buying vacant land, building on vacant land. And our guest today is an expert in that, which I'm really excited for you guys to listen. So stick around for her.
Absolutely.
But yeah, we're going to start off kind of sharing an experience or two that we've had with maybe helping some people buy a piece of vacant land. And what's your experience been so far?
I do have to say my only experience in this field is I have a vacant land listing.
Woohoo!
And I had some interest in it. I've had a single call on it.
Nice.
And I've had one guy that showed up while I was out there weed eating the whole lot because Butte County gave my clients a notice and they're from out of town.
So you went and weed eated the lot yourself.
It took 2 8 to 10 hour days. It was
oh my god!
It was like a third of an acre, and I had to borrow a weed eater. And I was like,
16 hours, 16 to
probably
20 hours?
less. It's probably like 12 hours.
Oh my
Okay. Let's not inflate this too much, but yeah, no, it was. Yeah, I know. I was like, I don't really want to pay $200 for someone to do it.
I know.
I had some time over the summer, so we got it done.
That's right. Sometimes we have to do that as realtors.
Yes.
Let's hope that the lot sells and you get paid for the work that you did.
Exactly. That's the hope. That's definitely the hope.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's about it. There was like one guy who seemed really interested in it, and that kind of dried up.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just the market these days.
Well, there are a lot of vacant lots in our area because of fires and things like that.
Absolutely.
Was this lot, did it used to have a house on it?
Nope. It's always been bare land. I think they bought it when the subdivision was first being like built up.
Okay.
And they just never ended up doing anything with it. And someone passed away. It was in a trust, and they were like, well, we'll liquidate it, I suppose. Is the term.
Yeah. Well, I mean, now that I'm managing at the Orville office, I get to see more than just our own business on the Jacobi team. And I have noticed that lots are still selling. So maybe it's priced. I don't know.
It's usually priced.
Yeah. Well, I have had a couple vacant land listings. But I want to talk about my experience with some buyers that I had that purchased a piece of vacant land after the campfire. And they wanted to put a manufactured home on the lot.
Okay. Yeah.
And they'd never done that before, and neither have I. I'd never helped anybody do that. Yeah. And they, of course, wanted to know, like, first of all, before they were going to even put an offer on a piece of vacant land, they wanted to know, like, how much is this going to cost? What is involved in putting a manufactured home on a piece, of vacant land? Yeah. So I had to help them locate a manufactured home builder. And we went and visited some.
Oh, yeah.
I think this was in 2019. There was actually, because the campfire had happened, so several manufactured home builders had come up to our area and plopped a mobile on a corner and opened their store. So there was 4 or 5 manufactured home builders that we could literally walk into an office.
Really? Wow.
And look at their pamphlets. There's some that have had actual example homes, model homes that we could look at. And so they kind of went around to those and they chose one that they liked the best.
Yeah.
And then it was like, oh, well, we think we like this lot, but before we put an offer on it, let's have the manufactured home builder go out and look and see okay, well, is it level? Is it a good site? And our guest is going to talk about some of that.
Yeah, she's
details.
She's an expert.
But I think they did manage to get somebody from that manufactured home builder to come out before accepting an offer on a piece of land. somebody agreed to come out. But like I said, that was 2019.
Yeah.
There was a bunch of them in town.
And they were trying to earn people's business.
And they were trying, so the guy just drove over. It wasn't like yeah. But yeah, we had to like figure out how much dirt we were going to bring onto the property, how much that was going to cost. I had to try to get answers for them for hooking up to utilities. How much it was going to cost to have the manufactured home shipped and then installed.
Yes.
How long it was going to take from the time that we bought the lot and they started the process with the manufactured home, like until they could move in. And
oh yeah, like
it was just quite the education.
Yeah, it feels from an outsider's perspective.
Yeah,
it feels simple to like buy land, put a manufactured home on it, and move
Heck,
it.
No, there were so many moving parts. It was ridiculous.
Like just in my head, I like even when I just started in real estate, I was like, oh, that seems like the right thing to do because it's super simple and easy.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, I think this lot. Because remember, as a realtor, we only get paid for a percentage of what our client purchases.
Yeah, generally.
Right.
That's the case.
So I put in a ton of work for these clients because they needed to know and all of this information before deciding if this was the route they wanted to go.
Yeah.
Because if it wasn't the route to buy vacant land or put a home on it, then they were just going to go buy an already built house.
Yes.
But they wanted to know, like, could we get a better house with our money that we have if we did this route? So,
a lot to learn.
Yeah. It was a lot of work,
Yes.
a lot of education. I'm really thankful for the education though, because then I was able to help when I had vacant lot listings.
Mm-hmm.
I was able to help steer away, buyers that it wasn't going to be the right lot for them. And then thereby not wasting my seller's time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know it's really good to have that experience. And our guest is like the consummate expert on this.
Oh, yeah.
And especially in her area.
Yeah.
And so I hope you guys really enjoy hearing from her.
And we have our special guest today, Rhonda Maehl. She has been in real estate for 32 years. She started in Paradise in 1984.
Right.
And then in Magalia in 2001. And something that you may not know about her is that she is like a true outdoors aficionado. She hunts, she hikes, she camps, she swims in lakes. So, there's this version of her, and we all have multiple versions. But if you see her out there, like, stomping through the forest,
you might see me covered in dust instead of in work clothes. You never know.
But yeah, she lives the true mountain life, lives in the mountains, and we love that.
Yeah.
It's really cool.
Yeah.
It's great. And it's nice to be able to share all that environment with all the clients, too.
Oh, yeah.
When people are looking to move up to the mountains, there's usually a reason. And,
That's
if
right.
you really want to know the places to go, where the best places to hike or get away from it all,
It's like,
I'm there.
yeah, and that's like,
Help them out.
is that like kind of where you feel at home and where you
Yes.
feel at home forever?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, if somebody asked me, hey, Kim, do you know where the best hiking trails are up, in Magalia or Paradise? I'd be like, or best hunting.
Yeah.
I have no idea.
Yeah.
I
So
know.
yeah, it's very good to
Yeah.
do what your clients are going to be needing
Absolutely.
and
Yeah.
wanting.
I hope I get the chance to bug you more about real estate, but also, I mean, now I have a whole
Absolutely.
other reason to bug you.
Yeah. Find some peaceful places to go and beautiful places that
Yeah.
most people don't get to appreciate.
One family favorite place that we have is Paradise Lake.
Yes.
We love walking around that lake. I mean, you can't go all the way around it, but we pick a different side each time, and it's gorgeous up there.
It's absolutely beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's awesome.
And lots more too. That's kind of that's really the in-town
Right?
portion. Like
Okay.
easy to drive to.
Yeah.
Oh.
Anybody can do it.
That's the starter pack.
That's a starter pack, yeah.
Yeah.
And then after that, you can get up into some high country, see areas that are more like mini Yosemite Valley.
Oh,
When you get up into the high country,
Gorgeous.
absolutely.
Yeah, we'll have to get some names of trails and spots.
Those are some great plays. Lots.
Good
Anyway,
topic.
Today's topic, even though we could go on and on about hiking trails, is
It's more about, we're calling the episode Lots and Spots. That's because we see in Paradise and Magalia a lot of people want to buy the land and build their home on it.
yes.
And, you know, you've been doing real estate up there for a long time, so we figured you'd be an awesome resource to dive into, like, what that's like.
Yeah. And a lot of that really will depend on what you're looking to do.
Okay.
So that's usually one of the first questions when somebody's looking for land. They'll call and want to know what's available, and they'll see different price points, and there's reasons for the different price points up there. So it comes back to, are you looking for just a nice little small quiet place, like in the homeowners association in Magalia?
Yeah.
Different rules and regulations, different environment, different requirements for building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Or if they want to be a little more outskirts and want to have the homestead life.
Yeah.
Yes.
All of that is available, but you have to pick and choose your spots
Okay.
and what you can and can't do.
So it's really important to choose, like, the specific area.
The lifestyle you want helps me direct you to the properties, and then we can walk through what that means for each area.
Okay.
Homeowners association up there, quarter acre, third acre lots, green belts, which are basically nature preserves that have like the seasonal creeks that run through, and it's keeps the density from getting too much, allows a wildlife pathway so you can still enjoy the deer and the wild turkeys, the
bears.
Yeah, occasionally the bears. Yeah, but in there you still have like a clubhouse and pickleball courts and a swimming pool and community events, you know, almost weekly. Quarter acre lots, very manageably doable. You're only anywhere maybe a couple of miles from restaurants, grocery stores, things like that. Building requirements in the HOA is at 1,200
Okay.
square foot is your minimum building. So when somebody calls and says, hey, I want a small lot and a little tiny home, that's not the right fit for them because we need a minimum 1,200 square foot in there. So you got to kind of adjust your location to make it work for you. And those are some of the things that, you know, I enjoy about being able to give people advice and information to really fit their lifestyle, not just trying to, here's a piece of land and this is the least expensive or the most expensive. There's reasons for all of it.
Yes.
Is that like an often like expectation that you kind of have to turn people away from? I haven't had the opportunity to
Yes.
help somebody with this.
Constantly up there. I gotta say, a lot of the properties in Magalia, you know, $10,000 to $20,000 for your quarter acre, very affordable. Lots of people want them for a weekend getaway. Can I bring and put my motor home and live there? Can I put a tiny home? Can I use it for a vacation? You know, you can't.
Right.
So those are those expectations that I hear all the time. Well, why can't I?
Yeah.
It's
Because we
super
can't.
achievable when people are looking online.
Absolutely. Very affordable. Why not? It's a beautiful area. And it's true. But because of the homeowners association, there's expectations, and those are still communities that are rebuilding.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So, but that doesn't mean that that can't be achieved. It's just the redirection
Okay.
of where can you do that?
Right.
So,
And that's kind of the same with Paradise, right? Because the town has size limits and type limits, and
correct.
sometimes you'll be in a neighborhood that has CCNRs, the covenants and restrictions.
Correct. Yes.
Yeah.
And those CCNRs can really change what you can and can't do.
Yeah.
Tremendously.
Right.
That's basically why the association in Magalia, it's CCNRs.
Yep.
And, you know, there's some minimums. They're not drastic by any means, but you're right. And in Paradise, land usually runs a little bit more, but it's more flexible. So if somebody really is looking for a small home type of a situation, a lot of times we'll redirect to Paradise.
Okay.
Because their minimums are running more like the 750.
Oh, nice. So you
So
really want
Okay,
to
so
do
that's
Yes.
very achievable.
like a larger tiny home.
Yes.
Because tiny homes can get tiny.
Yeah, 400 square
Yeah.
feet. Yeah, you know,
Yeah.
and portable.
Yeah.
There's a difference. So,
Right.
and that's the other thing. A lot of people call things a tiny home that's not truly a tiny home, because a tiny home truly is portable. It's a trailer.
It is a trailer. Yeah.
So you can have a tiny home,
A stick-built
that's
home. Yeah.
on a permanent foundation.
Okay.
Right.
So that's another expectation that I have to clarify with buyers on a regular basis is
Yeah.
to really find out, is it permanent or temporary?
Yeah.
Actually, this really brings up an interesting question for me, because when I was growing up, I felt like there was kind of a stigma around what we now usually call manufactured homes,
Mhm.
but usually it's like mobile home is what you call it. It's a trailer home in a park.
Right.
It's kind of what
Yeah.
people imagine. But then I moved to Butte County after the Paradise Fire, and looking in Paradise and Magalia, manufactured homes all over the place. There's not as much of a stigma around it. Have you experienced both sides of the coin?
Absolutely. There is always a lot of stigma about it, but you're correct. I think a lot of times now we call the manufactured home the one that is that permanent foundation. It's
433.
the 433A. Yep, it's not going anywhere. Right. They're 2x4 and 2x6 construction. They actually have to meet the same minimum building requirements as a traditional home.
Yeah.
Plus, they have to be roadworthy. So, because they have to be trailer.
That's right.
Because they're moving them. So, how many stick-built homes do you know you can put on a trailer and move down a freeway and not have them fall apart?
Yeah,
Seriously.
Yeah.
So,
they're
you know,
amazing.
they
Engineered.
actually are engineered,
Yeah,
you know,
Pretty cool.
pretty cool if you think about it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, and sheetrock interior and vaulted ceilings, and they really are very comfortable. They're well insulated.
gorgeous.
There's nothing wrong with them
They're
at all.
really pretty nice.
But there is still a little bit of a stigma. So I found that I don't ever call something a trailer or a mobile home unless it is truly a very old
Like it has the
unit.
trailer
It's still,
hookup
yes.
for your truck.
Yeah.
Or maybe was built before 1976.
Correct. The
Okay.
pre-HUD
Painted
standards.
Such
Yeah.
standards.
Those mobile homes
Yeah.
truly were designed to be mobile,
Yes.
Right.
That's true.
to go from park to park back in the day. That was before we had RVs, really. They were kind of
Yeah.
our first RVs.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
could take them different times to different parks.
Around.
Now I have a kind of a trail I want to go down here.
Yes.
Let's say that somebody calls you up and they want to buy a lot in the Magalia
Mhm.
area, in that POA area. Is it POA?
Yeah. Paradise Pines Property Owners Association.
Okay, yeah,
That's the full name.
Nice.
And
The
so
alliteration.
they buy the lot.
Yes.
What should they be thinking about when they're choosing a lot? And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So probably first question is it going to be a manufactured home or is it going to be a stick-built home?
Mm-hmm.
First question. Different requirements for the lay of the land for those to make it affordable and easy to develop.
Which
Okay.
one
So-
would you say is easier to build
Um,
on a vacant lot, or neither of them are
Is that
easy?
a different ballgame?
completely different ball games. So
Okay.
with a manufactured home, we need an area that is a good level space
Yes.
that doesn't have a lot of holes or dips. Otherwise, we're refilling, bringing in fill dirt,
Okay.
compacting, and building a platform for it to sit on.
Mhm.
So if I have a nice greenbelt lot that slopes down that have a great view, it's really difficult to put a manufactured home on that.
I mean,
That
I've
makes sense.
shown
Because-
houses and they're on like giant stilts. And those
Yeah,
are stick-built
exactly.
because they
Those are
have to be.
stick-built.
Yeah.
Correct, because we can build a stick-built home with the lay of the land
Right.
Yes.
by using that foundation
Yep.
and having the subfloor level.
Yeah.
And so you wind up sometimes with extra underhouse storage or a walkout basement area.
Mhm.
Very, very convenient. And there was a lot of those up there pre-fire.
Mhm.
Yes.
But if you're going to do that manufactured, I tell people to look for lots that had mobiles on them before. And you can tell the difference because when you go looking at lots, the ones that had houses, they actually have like a divot. I call them swimming pools.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
There's a divot where they dug out the foundation from the stick-built house before.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now you have your driveway come in and then it kind of drops off.
It's like, oh, well, that might.
So now I don't have that level. But when you're looking at lots and you pull up and the whole land is pre-leveled, they didn't have to dig out a foundation because it was above ground before.
That makes sense.
So when they cleared that trailer,
Yeah.
those lots are
Yeah.
still really, not that they don't still have to do some backfill,
Right.
compaction.
Work
You
to be
still have
done.
to bring in the gravel, do your compactions and all that for your new base footing for the manufacturer.
Yeah.
But you really can tell the difference.
Yeah.
When you go looking.
Okay.
So I tell people that all the time.
And one thing, I've done one deal where I sold vacant land up in Magalia. And it was, I think, in 2019. And they were going to be putting a manufactured home on the property. And so I had to learn everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I haven't done a deal like that since. But the one thing that stands out to me about that deal was it was a fairly level lot.
Mm-hmm.
But when they did the research with the engineer on the prep for the before, the amount of dirt they were going to have to bring in was insane.
Yes.
Really?
Absolutely.
Yeah, on a level lot.
Yes.
Like it was already
basically
close.
level. Yes.
Basically level.
Oh.
But what we don't realize just with our eyes is the engineers are looking at it and it's like, it's not totally level.
That's right.
Like, put a level on the ground
and
and
they're like,
on this
it's just
huge
not.
space.
Yes.
Oh my god.
And as you go distance out, just literally as you go, and it has just a little bit of a
like
slope.
degrees.
Next thing you know, by degrees, you're backfilling
Yes.
large amounts.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because it's really
Because you can even walk on it and not really feel
Right,
the
correct.
slope at all.
yes,
Yeah, it's
Okay.
basic
So-
geometry.
it is. And absolutely, that's why you get an engineer.
Really
Yeah.
So
cool.
truthfully, that's the other part too, is one of the other things I always recommend is if you have a lot that you see looks pretty level and you really like the location, we get it into contract, you have your inspection period.
Yes.
So I'm always going to build that in. And the first thing we do, once you have it in contract, you can send that contract to your manufactured home dealer.
Yes.
And with that, they will send a site crew out to do a site evaluation and tell you what the estimated cost is going to be
Mm-hmm.
to be able to
Yeah, see that a lot.
make it work. And that is probably the very first thing. And they won't go into a site review until you actually have a contract.
Yeah, because they want you to.
So I tell the clients, if you like it, let's write it up, put our inspection window in. We will email that out for you to your dealer and get going.
Is that usually like? I mean, I've seen it a lot. They bake a lot of the costs into getting the manufactured home on there,
Correct.
especially if there's
Yeah.
financing involved.
There's usually not a cost to do the site review,
Okay.
but they're not going to send people out chasing every lot you look
No.
at
Yeah.
until they
Yeah,
know you have a contract on it.
That makes sense.
Is that?
Yeah.
I mean, kind of means you're
It's
for real.
waste time. It's for real.
Yeah.
I have this. What is it going to cost? And the more level the lot looks,
Mhm.
the less it's going to cost.
Okay.
So that's just what it comes down to.
It
Yes.
sounds like the order of things is first decide stick built or manufactured home.
Correct.
Then get your, if it's manufactured home, find that builder.
Yes.
If it's stick built, find your contractor and your architect.
Mm-hmm.
Then once you've got them nailed down, and then you go out and find the land.
Absolutely. Once
Not the
you
other
know,
way around.
correct. No, you got to be able to tell me what you're looking for.
Yeah.
Then I can help direct you to what lot will work best for you. Because people come and say, well, this is what I'm doing. There's a lot of times that I can sit and look through 100 properties.
Oh yeah.
And because I know the area, the topography,
Yeah.
all of that, and then what you can see in the photos, I can send recommendations. These lots will be the easiest to give you the view because you're going to have a site built anyway. That's going to get you what you want. Or stay away from these because they're just too sloped. It's going to cost a fortune
Yeah.
to be able to put a manufactured home
Yeah.
on it.
Yeah.
So go look at this, section. But
Yeah.
they can do it on their own. You can see that once you have that information, then it's really helpful.
Okay.
But that's correct. What are we going to build? Right? Who am I going to be working with to put the house on?
Yeah.
Now you contact your realtor and they can help you locate
The right.
an adequate property style, and then you got to pick the location.
Okay.
So
And then we haven't even mentioned the U word, utilities.
utilities,
Oh,
absolutely.
Water,
It is.
power,
Yes,
septic, sewer.
all that fun stuff.
Yeah.
So again, county of paradise, association,
Right.
different places have different regulations and they have different providers for water,
Mhm.
different abilities. Magalia has no natural gas. So people don't know that.
So it's all propane.
It's all propane
Or all electric.
or all electric
Yeah.
or a combination of those two.
Yeah.
Yep.
In Paradise, there is natural gas most places, but not all.
Mm-hmm.
There are
Okay.
outliers in different areas where natural gas lines weren't run before. So again, that's once we get past the what I'm building and where I'm building it, now the next step is to figure out, can I get the connections for what I want? Some people want to go all electric because they want to go all solar.
Yeah.
Yes, I sold
So
one.
there you
Just
go.
there. Just
Opens it up. That's a big thing now.
Right.
Some people like nothing. They don't like propane because they don't know.
Yeah.
You know, okay, well then that eliminates this area.
Yeah.
But yeah, so looking at those utility connections, are they available? Even in Paradise, if you don't have natural gas, you can still have propane connections.
Okay.
Having a tank installed is relatively affordable in the big picture of construction.
Yeah.
Water, if it's outside of the Paradise City limits, it's going to be Delaware Water Company.
Okay.
Or it's going to be a well if you're in that outskirt, like in
Yes.
the boonies. Yes. Out along the ridge lines, up past the association limits. It will go to wells. If you're in the city limits, your Paradise Irrigation, Paradise Irrigation District water. If they're still paying the ready to serve fees, connections, super easy, very affordable.
Okay.
Let's hope those owners
They know.
seized up.
Some people didn't. Town of Paradise is now charging for reconnections.
Yeah.
And it's a sliding scale for the next couple of years. They're
Mhm.
doing some gradual increases. Knowing whether or not the ready to serve for the water is in place is a big deal.
Mhm.
Okay.
Can be the difference, but $4,000 to $5,000-$6,000
Yeah.
for reconnection.
Okay.
But if the location of the property is good and the price of the land is good, that's one of those factors I say it's built into part of the cost of construction
Yes.
because you don't need it until you're ready to connect. So, nope, that's part of your site prep. And there's going to be costs for site prep.
Yes.
There's still, no matter where you're building, somebody's got to come get the land ready.
Yeah.
You got a ditch for your utilities. PG&E is available at any property that has a home address. For the most part, if it has a house address, there has been a home there. That's why it's assigned a number.
Oh, that makes sense.
So I tell my clients, when you're looking, if you see a zero skyway,
Yeah.
it's never been assigned an address because it hasn't had a physical structure there
Yeah,
yet.
it
Right.
has never had an address.
So now it's all fresh connection costs.
Question
which
about
is
that.
different.
Yeah. So if you as a realtor get a call and somebody's interested in a zero such and such street,
Yes.
like how, and you call the listing agent and you're like, how close is the power pole that you can tap into? And
Yeah.
I don't know. Like who then do we call?
PG&E.
Yeah.
That's it.
Like, 1-800 number? Or
I'm not quite, but yeah, I mean,
connection.
I know that
probably.
1-800 number.
Yeah.
Honestly, what I tell people is if we need to know what that connection cost is, call your contractor
Yeah.
because your contractor is the one that's doing it day to day.
Right.
They know what the forms are, what the cost for the distance for connection is, that kind of thing. You're not going to get an actual cost until PG&E
Yeah.
does
Yeah.
theirs. But your contractor is going to be able to estimate it.
Yeah.
The best of
Yeah.
anybody. I don't know that because
It's so very.
I don't build the houses.
Right.
Everything is different, and a lot of stuff is underground now.
Mm-hmm.
And so it's a little different. We're not the whole connection fees, and unless that's part of your day to day,
Exactly.
I don't know what the cost of a gallon of paint is without checking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
Fair.
Same.
but
Yeah.
if your contractor knows,
Yeah.
by which brand, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
So yes, so the contractor is the one that's going to be able to give you the best advice and estimated
Yeah.
in a reasonable
Like
ballpark.
a ballpark.
Yeah.
So you're like, are we talking like $1,000 or $20,000? That kind of.
Yeah.
Huge, and
Yeah.
and it can really vary
Oh,
like
yeah.
that depending on the distance
Yeah.
for connection. So that's an important question. Now, that's one of the things about having so much land available where there were homes.
Mm-hmm.
Everything already has utilities right to the property.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And if the house was destroyed from the fire, so it's been recent, those reconnection costs are extremely minimal.
Yeah.
Once you get your house built, that reconnection,
It's right there.
they're ready to go, and they're reconnecting it without new connection charges.
Oh, because it's been previously.
It's a reconnection.
Yeah.
Yes. And that's a different cost structure.
Okay.
Interesting.
So same with the water. I just got through checking for another client in Magalia for the Delaware water connection, and it was a few $100.
Oh, wow.
Really?
The meter boxes are already there,
Yeah.
Oh,
and they're just, and the water lines are there. So,
Yeah.
and there was a house
Turn it
there
back
before,
on.
so they're reinstalling the meter, reconnecting.
Yeah.
Now your contractor has to bring the water from the meter box at the road to
Oh,
the house
To the house, where it needs to
location,
be.
right?
Yeah.
And that's always how it's been.
Yeah.
Like
Okay.
they bring it to the
No.
meter box, you're responsible after that.
Right.
That's
Okay.
not on them, it's on you.
Right.
So whereas Paradise is more expensive for that reconnection now.
Yeah.
So yeah, so some variables. But larger parcels in Paradise are available
That's true.
than they are in Magalia.
Mm-hmm.
So again, lifestyle, what are you looking for? That all matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, you can see as a realtor, like, because we have our real estate license in all of California.
Yes.
We go
Yep.
sell residential apartments, vacant land, blah, 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 businesses.
Yeah,
Commercial.
commercial.
Like everything that you know is so valuable for those people looking to build. I think that, if you're listening and you know someone who's looking to build a home on vacant land or you yourself, it's so important that you choose a realtor like Rhonda who is experienced, because it's going to be a vastly different experience for you.
Absolutely.
I can definitely say that. I heard about you before I met you,
Oh, thank you.
and it kind of seems like you are the consummate local expert.
Oh yeah.
And it's like, not expect to know everything, but you know a
up
lot.
in that area. Yeah.
It's a long time, yes.
Yeah.
And no, none of us know everything. I learn
No.
new stuff
Yeah.
every single day.
Yes.
And from clients, other agents, inspectors, sometimes it's the question that the client has that inspires us to learn new things, right?
Absolutely.
Because I don't know that yet. And that's a great question. So let me think about that, and I'll get back to you.
Right.
I think I know who I'm going to call to get me to that next step to figure out the answer.
Yeah.
And things change.
That's right.
All the
What,
time.
how it was 10 years ago is different than it was
Right.
5 years ago from today.
Yeah.
So it's constantly changing, and you have to stay up on what's going on. And the questions that clients bring us is what helps keep us educated and
learning.
Yep. And better ready to serve, the client.
Absolutely.
Because what's important today may not have been important 10 years ago.
Yeah. In fact, I was
This is
just
true.
just thinking like of doing some kind of video about how we are more like detectives than we are salespeople.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I don't think of myself as a salesperson at all.
Me neither.
I
It's
am.
not the type of-
I'm a real estate consultant. Like,
That's right.
Yes.
you come to me with your questions, I help you. I share my experience and my knowledge, and what I don't know or don't understand, I will help
Find
you
it out.
find out
Yeah.
together.
That's right.
Absolutely. Problem solver,
Yeah.
consultant,
Advisor.
advisor. I'm sometimes counselor.
Right. Oh yes.
Because people don't always know what they want.
Exactly.
They're here, and we got to help them narrow it down
Yeah.
sometimes.
Yes. Absolutely.
Keeps the job interesting
It
and
does.
fun.
It does.
Absolutely.
And rewarding.
Very rewarding. Yeah. Every time you have another client that's happy with what they got and they felt like somebody helped hold their hand through it. Ultimately, the client makes all the decisions and
Yeah, it's
choices.
true.
It's
It's true.
but it's nice to be able to help them figure out how to focus in on really what they
Yeah.
want and give them the information so that they feel really good about their decisions they're making, and makes the process a little easier.
Yep.
I mean,
So-
that's like the whole point of it.
Yes.
And then I feel like you definitely taught us a lot today. And I have
Yeah.
questions that we explored, but
Perfect.
thank you so much for sharing with
Yeah, thank you.
And now it's time for the news. Well,
Oh, yeah.
today I think that Elijah is going to start off the news with some information about like statewide information about land and values and things like that.
I know. I found some stuff I thought was really interesting about basically like the home values versus the land values. And I didn't realize it until we discussed it beforehand. It's very different for Butte County in specific areas.
Yeah, like smaller areas versus higher density, big city kind of thing.
Yeah, because most of our people are in cities, and
Yeah.
so it widely swings like towards the more city situations, I guess.
Right. Yeah.
And so, according to what I found, the value of the land tends to make up roughly 2/3 of the value of the home you're purchasing. And
Statewide,
yes,
on
statewide.
average.
Statewide.
So not necessarily true up here in like Orville, California, or Paradise, or Magalia.
Mm-hmm. And from 2015 to 2024, roughly 10 years, the like house pricing index rose 80%. So they rose about 8% a year, which is crazy appreciation.
Yeah. Yep.
And that brings me to like what I thought was the most interesting point was this is data from 2000 to 2024. Manufactured home prices rose around 211%, and then stick-built homes rose around 212%.
So not that big of a difference.
Yeah, and that's just from an appreciation standpoint.
Yeah.
It'll generally be cheaper to buy a manufactured home versus stick-built, but the appreciation on those homes is like almost identical.
Yeah.
Like it's very,
so
very
it's like
similar.
maybe a manufactured home is worth this, and a stick-built home might be worth this. They both appreciated almost the same.
Yeah, and it is interesting because like $100,000 manufactured home, $200,000 stick-built home, then 25 years later you have a $300,000 manufactured home and a $600,000 stick-built home, but you got the same gains.
That's right.
Yeah,
You're gain on your
I'd say
investment.
it can look like you got a lot more for the stick-built home, but percentage-wise, you got the same return.
Yeah. I think it's important to remember that in 1976,
yes,
the Department of Housing, Urban Development, or I actually don't know.
You got it exactly
Did I
right.
really?
Yes, you got it first try.
So HUD, right? HUD, that's a federal department. Thank you. They set standards for manufactured homes, for mobile homes.
Yes.
On their building requirements, and so I literally had a debate with a lady on the phone yesterday about the fact that manufactured home and mobile home were the same thing.
Well, they're now the same thing.
Right, now.
Yeah.
Nowadays. But technically, a mobile home is just that. It's mobile. You could, in theory, hook it up, put wheels on it, and drive it somewhere.
Yeah, but as long as it doesn't have a foundation, like we were talking about.
Right.
You can move.
So in 1976, HUD came along with these guidelines. And so now you can get a conventional standard loan on anything built after June 6th or something like that.
Yeah, it's a very specific date. But generally,
1976.
We like to use 1976.
Yeah. Anything before 1976, that manufactured home on land, you cannot get a regular conventional conforming loan on it.
You have to use non-traditional financing.
That's or all cash.
Yes.
Right. So, did you get through all your news stuff you wanted to say?
Yeah, I think that's really interesting to think about, that the appreciation returns are so similar, that they are basically the same.
Yeah, and I think that's kind of why I started talking about that HUD stuff, is because I think a lot of people might have a negative
connotation
towards manufactured homes,
mobile homes,
thinking they're not worth anything.
I had a negative connotation before I started in real estate and understood that there were regulations out there for it.
Yes.
Because, my family had multiple mobile homes on land in Mississippi.
Uh-huh.
And they're probably pre-HUD.
Pre-HUD.
Yeah, and so...
Pre-1976.
So, it's different because I thought, mobile home, it's a little...
it's like a tin box.
These ones were well built, luckily, and they've lasted a really long time. But, you would look down the street and you're like, that one looks like it was built around the same time, and they probably didn't get, as good of a manufacturer.
Yes, right. Yeah.
But now that there's standards, it really has, I guess, brought up the standard, ironically.
I agree. Yeah. I thought that I would share kind of just some general types of fees and costs if someone was considering putting a manufactured home, a new one, on a piece of vacant land
in Butte County.
Like
we're narrowing down a little bit because mine were statewide. It's easy to generalize, especially with statewide stuff like that.
Specific dollar amounts and maybe some of these fees, these are specific to Butte County.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you're going to have, but I think some of these categories are just a general category, probably similar in other counties. Like, for example, you're going to have building permit fees, no matter what county you're in.
Yeah, absolutely.
In Butte County, that's going to range from $2,000 to $2,200 for those building permit fees. There's going to be county-wide impact fees. That's about $3,800 here. Then you have the state HCD, which is the Housing Community Development, California. There's going to be fees for that. They may have an additional plan check or inspection fee after the installation. I don't know that cost of that, but and then you're going to also have other potential planning review fees, and then you'll also have fees. So obviously you're going to pay for the home itself, right? So you go roll up to Cousin Gary's and you choose which house you like, and maybe plan A is $125,000 and plan B might be bigger, so it's more. So then you got to buy the house itself. Then you got to pay to have it moved on to the property. Then you have to pay to connect it and set up the foundation. So I, like I shared in my story earlier, kind of covering some of those things that I learned when I helped my clients. But in general, in Butte County, let's say you buy a $125,000 brand new manufactured home. When all's said and done, you're probably getting closer to $200,000.
Yeah.
Without the cost of the land.
Without the cost of the land, too.
But still significantly cheaper than a brand new stick-built home.
Yeah, sure enough. It's pretty cool. It's certainly interesting, like, how you can make these things work. And there's usually a way to make it work.
Yeah. Well, thank you for watching this episode, and we hope to catch you on the next one.